how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I'm doing the face powder section of my inventory. So this is a series I'm doing for the month of December, and I'm literally going through all of my collection, trying everything out, seeing if I love it or not. I'm downsizing my collection considerably because I will be moving soon and I will not have the space that I have here. So first up, we are looking at loose powders. So the first one we have is the Hourglass Veil powder. I like it. I'm glad I have a small one of it because I don't like it enough that I would purchase the expensive full size. I think it's a fine powder, but it's not amazing and life-changing, you know, which is what I would expect from something that costs as much as this does, in my opinion. But this I think will be in my project pan for next year. Next up is from Beauty Bakery. This is the Better Not Bitter flower from them, and I think I have Oat, which is kind of a translucent shade. I'll give you a little look here. Now this one is quite mattifying, I find, for me. So this is something that I prefer to have in the summertime, because I do find that makeup doesn't sit well on me in summertime. We get very humid summers here, or we have been in recent years. So something like this helps my makeup kind of stay in place. So I'm keeping on to that guy. This is a favourite. Haven't opened it yet. This is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. I had a mini of this that I finished up earlier this year and I absolutely loved it. Really loved it. So when Becca was closing down and all this stuff was on sale, I picked up one for myself, but I haven't opened it yet because it is one of those that I think... Now, I never noticed the coolness in the mini for whatever reason, so that wasn't necessarily why I repurchased it. I just really liked the finish of it. It just really suited my skin type, I suppose. So that is that one. And then the last one is one that is in my Paranormal Pantivity project pan at the moment. This is the Makeup Obsession Pure Bake baking powder in the shade Lace. Look, it's fine, affordable. Haven't much left. It's in a project at the moment, so hopefully I'll have this done by the end of the year. I have it on today. It's fine. It does the trick. You know, if you need an affordable powder, it's not a bad one at all. Packaging is crap though. Like, I don't know what the point is of this. You can't shake powder through it. So you have to put this on and take it off every time you use it. It's a mess. But the powder itself is quite good. Pity about the packaging. So next I have my pressed powders. So first up is CoverGirl Clean Fresh in the shade Translucent. And this is just a good kind of, I find it good for just having it in the handbag, touching up on the go. You know, if you're getting just a little bit shiny in the T-zone, I just pop this on. Same goes for the Catrice All Matte Plus Shine Control Powder. I have the shade 01 Transparent. Similar thing, just not as white as the other one, you know what I mean? It has a bit of a creamy beige tone to it. So again, does the same thing, just great for touching up on the go. And the last one then is the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. Haven't used it as a foundation yet. I've kind of used it as a face powder. And again, in the summer, I find it quite good for just taking down the real shine that goes on without caking up my makeup. So those are my three pressed powders. So we have 4 loose, but one that's in a project pan, probably gone by the end of the year. 3 pressed, and then the last kind of subcategory that I have in my powders are glowy finishing powders. So first up is the Catrice Glow Illusion Loose Powder in the shade Translucent, and this, just like it says in the tin, has a bit of a glow to it. Not see, another shit packaging. I had to take out the top as well on this. It's a pity about them. Hopefully what I'll do is finish up other powders and decant these into them because they're just a bit messy, but it just gives a gorgeous glow to the skin at the end. I just take a very fluffy, feathery kind of brush and just very quickly all over mesh my bronzer and all that stuff together and just and I just love the finish of it. Another one is the Revolution Skin Finish in Luminescence, or Revolution Pro I should say. I do have this in opalescence, no, yeah, Opalescence as well. So just to show you the two. But the Opalescence one I've actually put into my highlighter category because I just felt it was too shiny as a finishing powder. It was better as a targeted, it's a bit darker and just has a bit more glow to it. So I've moved that as a subtle highlighter into my highlighter collection. And this one is staying in my skin finish section. And then the last one, these two in particular, I absolutely love. The Catrice one is fine, but these ones I love. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. Again, I adore this. I have the shade Light Clair. No, Clair is light, isn't it, in another language? Light. And this is much better packaging. You have a little twister thing to, you know, you can block off the sifter side. But I just love this as a finishing powder. It is what I have on today. And some of you comment sometimes that my skin always looks really glowy. This is what helps that. I do use a subtle highlighter as well, but these really do give the skin a gorgeous, healthy glow. Really love it. Have to say now, real favourites. Hi guys, how are you? Just cutting in really quick to let you know that I forgot one. This is the Wet n Wild Colour Icon Bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana. This is what it looks like. I have a big juicy pan in it, and this is again one that I would consider to be a finishing powder, and I really enjoy it for that. It just gives a lovely healthy glow to the skin and melds everything together for me. So yeah, that is another one that I will be keeping. It was in a drawer with other products that I forgot about. Oopsie daisies, even though it's massive, nearly the side of my head. I will keep it because I do enjoy it. Back to the video. So yeah, so I have 3 finishing powders, 3 pressed powders, 3 loose powders, 1 loose currently in a project, and then I have 2 declutters, and both are loose powders. So the first one is the Patrick Star, or no, that's his brand. That's his name. It's the One Size brand in translucent. It's only a little mini, but I was delighted to be able to try it because I'm very curious about his brand. But this particular one I didn't love on me. I found it quite drying and chalky looking on the skin, which I find interesting considering it's a black owned makeup brand. I would have thought there would have been a real intense not chalkiness look to it, if that makes sense, because you know that can be such a problem with darker skins, getting chalky looking from powders and stuff like that. So maybe the other shades are better, I don't know, but I found it drying and just wasn't a fan of it, but I was delighted to try it out. And also then is from Primark. This is the PS Perfect Colour Loose Mineral Powder in Cool Sand. Look, it was only $2.50. It's a fine powder, it's just not a favourite, and it's quite heavy, I feel. Is it heavy? Is that a good word for it? It can get heavy. You have to be careful with it a little bit. But if you're oily or you like mineral foundations, then this is a good one. I'm a foundation person. I like my liquid foundations. It's just a preference. I've never really got into powder foundations. But I can let these two go. You know, I'm happy. And this is quite a big and bulky one. And when I'm downsizing, it's just a bit too much. So not a bad roundup. 2 declutters, like I said, 3 setting, 3 pressed and 3 loose, and the one that's in the project pan. So 3, 6, 9 powders I'm keeping. I don't think that's too bad. What do you think? Especially when they have different purposes, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's it for this section of my inventory. What is your favorite powder? Are you a loose powder, pressed powder, finishing powder? Do you hate finishing powders? Do you think they're not worth it? You know, tell me your views down below, because I'm always interested to know what other people think. And you know, so what if it doesn't align with what I think? As long as we're all very respectful, you know what I mean, with our opinions, I think then it's wonderful to discuss these things. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, guys, and hopefully I'll chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.